The lesson we're going to be going over today is called representing fractions. A few things to go over before we start. Parts of a whole is defined as involving breaking a whole into equal-sized parts. Unit fractions is defined as a unit fraction 1 over b, or 1 divided by b is a quantity formed by one part of a whole that has been divided into b equal-sized parts. So something to keep in mind for both of these definitions is that we're using equal-sized parts throughout the lesson and in our examples. Something to keep in mind also is that the whole can be represented with an area, a length, or a set of objects. And the parts or portions of the whole depend on how the whole is defined in the beginning of the problem as an area, length, or set of objects. Our question states, Molly ordered 3 2/4 of a cookie cake for her birthday party. Before the party, Molly ate 1/8 of the cookie cake. How many cookie cakes will Molly have for her birthday party now? So in order to solve this problem, we're going to be using a set diagram and an area model. So for the area model, we'll be using this as the whole. One circle is going to represent the whole. And then for the set model, we'll be using these fraction strips, and this full strip is going to represent one whole. And so I'll describe in the next few videos how this is going to work. So the first model we're going to be working with is this set model, and to do this we're going to be using strip diagrams. The first thing we need to address is what the whole is. So you could see that this fraction strip represents one whole. We know that so far Molly ordered 3 2/4 cookie cake for her birthday party. But first, we don't know what the 2/4 represents or what the 1/8 represents. And so next we're going to go and find out what would that look like compared to the whole. So we can see right now that lining up the one whole and the 1/2, that 1/2 plus 1/2 is equivalent to one whole. So the whole is broken into 2 separate equal parts. The next thing we can do to find out the 2/4 is see how many 2/4 it takes to fit into the 1/2. So we could see that that's 2 equal parts, or 2 equal halves of 1/2, and then we're going to need 2 more in order to get the whole. So one whole in this case is going to be the same, or 1/4 is 4 equal parts of the whole. So now that we know what a whole is, we know that we have 3 2/4 cookie cakes that she ordered originally. So we know that we're going to have 3 wholes, and now we can look at these 1/4 and know that we have 2/4. So we're going to add 1/4 plus 1/4, and then we're not going to need these two because she only ordered 3 2/4 and not 4. So we can remove those. Another way to look at this, though, that we already looked at, is that 1/4 is equivalent to 1/2, because 1/4 plus 1/4 is equal to 1/2. So instead of saying 1/4, we're now able to say that she ordered 1 1/2 cookie cakes. So this 1/2 is the whole broken into 2 equal parts. The next form we're going to be using is an area model. To do this, we're going to be using these circles as the whole. So one of these represents the whole. Another way we can divide this up is by splitting it to half, so 2 equal parts of one whole. would be this, which represents 1/2, because you could see that this side plus this side would equal the whole. To divide this up even further, and how it states as our problem is out of fourths. So this is divided into 4 equal parts of the whole. So 1, 2, 3, 4 is equal to the whole. So this also means that half of the fourth, so if we have 1/4 plus 1/4 is equal to 2/4, also represents 1/2. So you could see right there that 2/4 is representative of 1/2. The last way we're going to break this up is into eighths. So you could see that 4 1/8 is equal to either 2/4 or 1/2. 8 equal parts of a whole would represent 1 whole of this. So far looking at our problem, we know that Molly ordered 3 2/4 cookie cakes. So we know there's 1, 2, 3 holes in this problem. The next thing we're going to be looking at is the 2/4. So one way we could do this is if we look at our 2/4, we know she only ordered half of this. So what we could do is we can mark half of this because this is what she ordered. She ordered half of another cookie cake. So right now we know that she has 1, 2, 3 1/2, or 2/4. So if we want to make this another easy way to say this is we can, instead of using 2/4, we could also color one-half. So this would be representative of the 2/4. So right now we have 3 1/2 pizzas. So she ate 1/8 of one cookie cake. So one way we can do this is by bringing up the 8. So this is 8 equal parts of the whole. So she ate 1/8. So this is now gone from the equation. What we can do though is we know we could color this half in blue. We know that this is what she has. And so if we were to do the same thing over here, we could color this all in blue. And that represents that she has now 3 1/2, but she missed 1. So now we can only count the 8s that are not eaten, so not in purple. So we have 1, 2, 3. So we have 3 holes right here, and we're going to have 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8, because this 8th doesn't count because this is the piece she ate. So that equals 3/8. So our total for this problem is going to be 3 1/8 cookie cakes left over for her birthday party.